Welcome everyone back to my channel. And first of all, I'd like to remind you to, if you haven't, to click that subscribe button. And at the end of the video, if you like it, give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. So today, as you can see right here, we have a list of ingredients, so we're back to the kitchen. We are going to make snowballs today. Just a few ingredients. What we've got here is we've got butter, cocoa powder, milk, vanilla, and sugar to start, which is going to be, which we're going to boil. And then we're going to add marshmallows, coconut, and oatmeal. So stay tuned for that, and an absolute must for every Christmas season or through the year, any time of year for these, because they're absolutely delicious. Stay tuned. So the first thing we're going to add is 5 tablespoons of butter, 5 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and for me, I like the really dark cocoa powder. 1 cup of canned milk. 1 teaspoon of vanilla flavoring. Already looks delicious. And 1 cup of sugar. So we'll take that to your stove. I like to cook these types of ingredients on medium. So this needs to boil for about 5 minutes. So I'm not sure if you saw my last recipe. I'm guessing it's pretty much the same amount of time as when I made the Christmas crack and the taffy for that layer. Ooh, I can see in the microwave here, looks like my antlers are falling. So I guess I should mention now that while we're waiting for this to boil, there was a great response actually with the Christmas crack video. I decided for the next few weeks, I'm gonna share some favorite recipes over the holidays that I've had growing up. So I hope you enjoy that. As you know, this time of year, it's hard to build. I started out my channel building things, but with the winter approaching us, it's kind of difficult to do. So I'm going to leave that for about a minute or so, probably about a minute, and let it heat up good and let the butter melt and all that. It's stirred up quite well, and I'll see you soon. And I'd like to mention, for your pot, you're going to be adding about 6 more cups of ingredients to your pot besides what you've already added. So make sure you use a medium-sized pot. So I have a medium-sized pot here. And like I said, with 2 cups of marshmallows, 2 cups of the oatmeal, and 2 cups of coconut. That's definitely a good size pot to use. And I'll give you half an idea how that looks. There you go, that's looking good. Thinking a few more minutes and that should be pretty much done. It's boiling pretty good there right now. So that's been about 5 minutes boiling now. So now you're going to add your 2 cups of marshmallows. And you're also going to remove it from the heat. So just keep stirring until everything is melted. Doesn't take long. So like I said, take it off the stove there, add your marshmallows and stir until your marshmallows have melted, and then very soon we are going to add the oatmeal and the coconut. Literally takes about a minute for these marshmallows to melt in your mixture here, as you can see. Gotta say, it smells delicious. Definitely a favorite. And it'll be yours, no doubt. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. I'd really appreciate it. Let me know if you tried these or if you have any other great recipes that you'd like me to even try. I should say any other favorite that's absolutely been in your family for a long time. Love trying new recipes. There you go. So that will be the batter. There's your batter. So we're going to add 2 cups of oatmeal. There's 1 cup. Like I said, you need a good medium-sized pan because you're putting in 4 more cups of ingredients. 2 cups. And I'm trying to think if I had remembered to mention your coconut. Make sure it's unsweetened coconut. There you have it. There's your oatmeal, and now your unsweetened coconut. And 2 cups of that. There's 1. And 2 cups. There, that's all you need for this recipe. So what you're gonna do is set this aside until it's ready, cool enough actually, to be rolled into balls and then into just a tiny bit more coconut. Actually, if you want, you could roll them in candy canes. If you're a peppermint lover, you could totally roll these in anything you like. There you go. There you have it. So, like I had said, I'm going to set these aside. 1 second. So I'm going to let these stand until they're actually rollable because I need it to harden just a little bit so I can mold them into balls. And also another thing, don't let me forget to say, these are amazing in the freezer. You got to have them in the freezer. So we'll be right back. So as you can see, I've already started the snowballs. I put the pot actually in the freezer. Like I said, Christmas season, Christmas rush, always quicker and better ways to do things. So this went to the freezer. So as you can see right now, I've started the snowballs and I've already put some on the plate there. I would like to mention that in between, usually for myself, have to use a little bit of butter on my hands because if not, it's still a little tacky. And I remember even when I made the mud pies back in the day, I would also do that and need to do that as well. So as you can see here, you just take a little, grease your hands, roll them in little balls, drop them on your coconut plate, and usually I make about 5 of them. And then I'll roll them and put them on this plate. And as I had mentioned before, what I strongly suggest you do, I mean, I know some folks that don't put these actually in the freezer, but they are way better in the freezer. Keep them in the freezer. They don't freeze that hard where you can't really bite into it that well. It's way better in the freezer. See, here we go. Here I am with the mixture, and at this point, I just scrape off what's on my hands, and I need to wash my hands. I'll be right back. Clean hands, warm water, makes the butter melt super quick, and you're back on track. And like I said, just a pinch of butter so you can roll this around. Look at the difference. There you go. That's 4. Like I said, I usually fill my plate fairly good, and then I'll just roll it out and roll them in the coconut. And you can feel when it starts to get a little tacky on your hands, where it starts to not want to stick together. But at this point, I'm going to wash my hands again, and then I'm going to show you what we do here next. And another thing as well that you can do, if you like, you can totally roll these balls in, even powdered sugar if you like. Whatever is your favorite, that's what I suggest you do. But I have to say, coconut is delicious on them. They are already have coconut inside them, so yeah, it's absolutely delicious. I'm looking at the size. As you can see, the size of the ones that I'm making here. You can make them bigger if you like. You can make them smaller. Like I said, it's all on whatever preference you have to do. Whatever preference that you have. But realistically, this is about half an order right here, half a recipe, sorry. So as you can see in the pot there's still about enough to get this many more. So we'll continue on making the snowballs. Actually, it looks like this time I got away with barely rolling 4 without greasing and washing my hands again. There we go. And I'm not sure if you saw my homemade bread recipe, but just same thing goes for the bread recipe as for this recipe. When you're kneading your bread, as I had mentioned in the video, to add more flour. So when you are rolling out the snowballs here and it gets too sticky on your hands, you just wash your hands and add more butter. Just a tad of butter again. Only takes a second. And I suggest everyone to take a spatula and get all of this goodness out of your pot. Like I said in previous videos, again, it makes much less cleaning in your sink. And plus, once you try these, you'll want to use all the ingredients that's available there in your... You're going to want to use all of your ingredients up. They're absolutely delicious. And you gotta love these no baking recipes, I gotta say. I guess if you really wanted to, you could just roll it around with your fingers as well. The reasons why I like to use the spoon to roll my snowballs around, I find it's very minimal touching and it keeps the shape nicer. All right, everyone, there you have it. And like I had mentioned, into the freezer they go. They are 10 times better, no kidding, in the freezer when you take them out to serve. So click that like button if you like this video. Give them a try. Let me know in the comments below about once you've tried them, and if you have any Christmas favorites, please share a recipe with me. I'd be super excited to try it and to check it out. So until next time, I'll see you in the kitchen again next week. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.